This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Neshannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
They're not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIAL 2A Girls Champions, the Neshannock Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
7 seconds. Working down inside and alley-oop to Young. Good.
She'll strike it. And score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Neshannock, it's high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's the Lancers hosting the Mohawk Warriors. Tonight's broadcast on the lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George, Castle Asphalt, Newcastle Transit Authority, Moderna Bonner Law, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, Gen Builders Inc., Health and Motion Physical Therapy, Pontus Insurance, Doran Concrete, The Red Zone, Work in Progress, the City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, the Tri-County Principals Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tim Continental along with James Dotson, and we are thrilled to be here tonight as 5-0 in Section 1 3A WPIAL basketball is going on here tonight in Neshannock between the Lancers and the Warriors. And it is literally standing room only.
So I was talking to Mrs. Kathy Bryan, legend here at Neshannock High School, been here forever it feels like, at least 40 plus years, and she's been doing ticketing for almost that entire 40 years, Tim. She said in all her time, there's only once ever that they've had to close the doors. I asked her how close we are, and she said, I don't have a number, but it's really close. And I'm telling you what, other than literally the row behind us, so if you're listening as you're in the car getting your way to the game, come right behind us. That's about the only seats that are left available here, Tim. You got two teams. I mean, the JV game was enough to tell you how much that meant. The JV game tipped off. It was already, you couldn't park at the high school. You had to go down to the elementary school to find spots. That's how intense this is. The Lancers and the Warriors in a battle for first place. Both teams at 5-0 here coming into tonight's game. This is going to be an absolutely incredible atmosphere and an incredible contest here between the Lancers and the Warriors.
All right, let's take our first time out here tonight as we get ready for tonight's game from Neshannock. You're watching LC Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Opal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
And welcome back here to Neshannock as we get ready for tonight's game between the Mohawk Warriors and the Lancers from Neshannock. Let's first look at the Mohawk Warriors. They're currently sitting at 8-6 overall. The Warriors come in tonight, though, with a 5-0 record in the WPIAL Section 1 in 3A. The Warriors defeated Freedom back in December 22nd, 62-21 to open section play. The Warriors then went on to lose 2 non-sectional games to Pine Richland 70-65, and then to Central Valley 52-50. Both those defeats coming in the Central Valley Round Ball Classic at the end of December. But Mohawk went back into section play at the beginning of January, and they got a win over Elwood City 77-64, and Mohawk would then defeat Beaver Falls, Riverside, and New Brighton, and are currently 5-0 in the section, James.
And then they beat Beaver at Westminster College to make it a 5-game winning streak for the Mohawk Warriors under their third-year coach, Mike O'Lear. And I was talking with him in the pregame. You'll get a chance to hear from both coaches, but he just said, look, I did this for 15 years, going head-to-head with Coach Luann Grabowski and all these incredible matchups, and you can't believe it's his third year doing this now with the boys team, and it's just been a lot of fun watching them and a lot of fun watching this team. The big difference from last year to this year, Tim, is the fact that this Mohawk team, this is a Mohawk team that really challenged themselves this year with the non-section schedule. Last year, the games were maybe a little bit easier overall. Strength of schedule really amped up for this one in this season. You mentioned Pine Richland, 6A, Central Valley, 4A, early in the year, Blackhawk, a 5A team, Franklin, a great team from up in District 10, Quaker Valley, another 3A, 4A team. You got so many great quality non-section opponents that they've been able to work with. And it's crazy when you have a 1,000-point scorer on your team that is your number 2 scoring option. Yes, Jay Rona, who's going to be one of the top probably 40 all-time scorers in Lawrence County boys basketball history. He's taken a side seat, really, to Bobby Fadden.
Yeah, Bobby Fadden coming in, averaging 22 points per ball game, and is currently 5th in scoring in the county. As you mentioned, Jay Rona is averaging just over 12 points per ball game and has over 27 threes this season. And the last I knew, he was shooting perfect from the line. And then you got Keegan Hopper coming in with averaging over 9 points a game.
Yeah, not perfect from the line anymore, but look at this. Jay Rona, 84%. Bobby Fadden, 78%. As a team, 73% from the line for Mohawk. Flip the script to Neshannock, because not too shabby either. 70% for them. And the big thing for them this year, starting with Davey Quat as their leading scorer, but they have a multitude of scorers and an extremely deep bench where they can go probably 4 or 5 off the bench and really not lose a whole lot in terms of their scoring prowess. I think that's been their biggest key to success. Get this, Tim. They have 4 different players who have scored 20 or more points in a game at some point this year.
It's just amazing the even scoring they've had throughout their lineup. Neshannock is winners of 12 straight since the opening game loss in the season in Mercyhurst Prep, 63-53. Neshannock is currently 5-0 in Section 1 and 3A. The Lancers defeated Freedom to open up section play 64-21, and they took down Elwood City 62-51 back in December. Since the new year, they beat Beaver Falls on the road 69-51. And they defeated Riverside in Neshannock 80-43. The Lancers went on the road to beat up on New Brighton 68-15 on the 9th. The Lancers, of course, as you mentioned, led by Davey Quat. You look at Jake Rinn with averaging just under 10 points per ball game, and Anthony Bonner with 8. When you go back to Quat, over 17 points a game.
Yeah, 70 points a game for him. Here's the numbers I like. You mentioned Rin. He's shooting 43% from downtown. Quat, 39%. Anderton, 39%. Matt Sopka off the bench, 38%. They are sharpshooters from beyond the arc. The key to this game, Tim, and we'll get into it more here in the pregame show, the key is going to be what team can control the pace, and I think the way they control the pace is getting to the lane and getting to the free throw line. Both these teams shooting it so well from the charity stripe. Whoever does that best tonight is the team that will come out on top.
All right, let's take another timeout here from Neshannock. When we come back, we'll have interviews with both head coaches. This is high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor the Neshannock boys basketball team as December's LCAP Team of the Month after their 10-1 start to the season. Congratulations, Coach John Corey and Neshannock boys basketball, our December LCAP Team of the Month. Congratulations to our LGKG Athletes of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor Kelly Cleaver of Union Girls Basketball and Joseph Roth of Elwood City Boys Basketball as December's LGKG Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Congratulations and best of luck, Kelly Cleaver and Joseph Roth, your LGKG Athletes of the Month, brought to you by the Red Zone.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
All right, back here in the pregame show, Mohawk Neshannock coming up here in just a few minutes. We're talking with Neshannock coach John Corey. Coach, my goodness, it's a packed house here even for the start of the JV game. Gotta love it for this local rivalry, and it's a bit of a feeling to how last season ended.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
No doubt about it. Great crowd on hand tonight. Obviously, it's what we expected, and should be a fun night for the kids.
We just talked about your starting lineup coming up, but you've been kind of rotating throughout the course of the year. I know injuries early on kind of dictated that, but what does it say about the depth of your team when you're able to rotate your starting five?
Yeah, I mean, it has rotated a little bit. We've changed it up a little bit. There's been some constants, but there's 2 or 3 guys that have been rotating a little bit here and there. Obviously, injuries early on in the season dictated some of that, like you said. Had some sickness and stuff go on, just like everybody has. But the rotation we have tonight, I think it's been our starting rotation for the past 3 games. So there's a little bit of stability from that aspect.
Looking at the offense is one thing, but I know you guys pride yourselves on the defense, and the number 2 defense in the entire WPIAL right now. What has been so key for your team's defensive success so far this year?
Yeah, it's just guys being on the same page. I think we do pride ourselves defensively and how we prepare for games and our game plan and our execution. But it comes down to kids buying in and playing hard. And, if there was ever a game where we've got to be really good defensively, it's tonight.
One final question for you, talking about that defense. How do you attack Mohawk defensively, and how do you take care of this?
Yeah, they just got, multiple scores on the floor. They got so many upperclassmen. They play really well together. A big talking point for us is communication. We've got to be able to communicate really well on the floor, switching things and switching aggressively and talking early. is kind of our thing that we must have tonight is good communication amongst the guys. And like I said, they've got a lot of weapons, and as balanced as we are and as deep as we are, Mohawk's, definitely right there as well.
Thanks, Coach, so much. Thanks for having us, and best of luck tonight.
Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
That's Coach John Corey of the Neshannock Lancers, back with more of the pregame show when we return here on lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Back here on the pregame show, Mohawk coach Mike O'Leary getting to talk with us here with Battle of 5-0 teams. Coach, first chance we've gotten a chance to see your Warriors though this year. Talk us through your non-section schedule, especially very tough games to ramp you up for this section battle here tonight.
Yeah, we took a different path maybe than last year. Last year coming into this game, I think we were 12-1 with one section loss to Elwood. This year we went a different path. We challenged them more in December, early January to try to get them ready for these games. So I guess tonight we're going to see if it pays off. But being 5-0 going into this last game is where we wanted to be. We're not really concerned with our overall record. We're just more concerned with this section,
We were just talking 18 years of doing this, 15 with the girls, now 3 here with the boys team, but probably never had as long of a time as you had here of not having a good chunk of your players after the extended football season. What kind of an effect did that have to maybe getting your basketball legs under you for some of these guys?
I think, we scheduled where we didn't play tip-off this year. We intentionally pushed everything back a week. So I'm not sure it really had a huge effect, to be honest with you. It was just we were lucky enough to get ahead in the scheduling and move that first week back to give them just a little bit more time.
One of the big things we see when looking at your team is the ability for players to get to the free throw line and get those 3 points at charity stripe, and you're a great free throw shooting team. Just talk about your team's ability, something obviously you guys preach, and what makes your team so good, and Bobby Fadden especially so good at getting to the free throw line.
Well, like you said, preach it. We talk to them constantly, all of them. Like the first concept is get to the rim. If you get to the rim and you're aggressive offensively, that's when the passes will open. But if we stand and hold it and we think we're going to make passes and teams get tighter, it's harder to play. So our first concept when we catch, if we can't shoot it right away, is rim first, then play. Everything else should open if we make hard attacks at the rim. So.
And you have a lot of guys who can do that both inside and out. And ones that say when your number 2 scoring option really is the 1,000-point scorer on your team.
Yeah, and as of late we've had the Hopper guys step up different games. Sometimes it's early getting us starting. A lot of teams put a lot of pressure on Jay and Bobby, especially early when they game plan. And lately Mason, Keegan, and JJ have all had some big starts for us. So that kind of opens that up for them.
It's a playoff atmosphere on the road, Coach. What is it you're looking for most from your team to be successful here tonight?
We would just compete. 4 quarters of just compete. We know it's going to be tough, and just compete till the end. And see where we are at the end of it. No lapses here.
Very good, Coach. Best of luck. Thanks so much.
You got it.
Tip-off coming on the other side of this 60-second timeout. Neshannock against Mohawk. Battle for first place in Section 1 of Class 3A right here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Visiting Mohawk Warriors. And welcome back here to Neshannock as we get ready for tonight's game. Let's look at tonight's keys of the game. The first half, let's look at tonight's keys of the game presented by Work in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Looking at tonight's keys of the game, first for Mohawk is drive, draw, and dish, and double trouble, and get to the line. For Neshannock, it is depth defense, and we talked about it, James and I, a little bit earlier. The 20-20-20-20 guys, they've had 4 players score 20 points throughout the season in different games, so it should be interesting to see what each team can do here. And tonight's keys of the game has been brought to you by Work in Progress Paint Services. Give Joe Wright a call at 724-714-4294. Discuss the next painting project. And tonight's starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups is brought to you by Door and Concrete, laying the foundation for your team. Don't just let anybody lay the foundation for your home or business. Visit doorandconcrete.com for your free estimate today. Tonight's starting lineup for, well, let me do this. Let me bring in my partner James Dotson and let him tell you about tonight's starting lineups.
Well, their starting lineups there, I mean, I think more than anything, you see the leadership of 4 seniors, 4 seniors and a sophomore for Mohawk, and then for Neshannock. A little bit of youth, a little bit of experience, a good combination right there. We're ready to go. Packed house here at Neshannock High School. Neshannock in the white, Mohawk in the black, and Mohawk's going to control the tip.
And Mohawk will bring it up with Jay Rona as he crosses the timeline, passes it to the right side. He'll drive down inside, and he'll go off the leg of a Lancer going out of bounds, and it'll stay with Mohawk. Rona will throw it in, gets it up top. Give it over to Fadden. He'll take the jumper. He'll miss right over the hoop and go out of bounds. It goes over on a turnover to the Lancers.
There's something you don't see very often from Fadden, missing everything right there. But I like the pressure being put on, trying to increase the speed of this game. 2 of the top 5 scoring offenses in all of Class 3A are on the court here tonight, Tim.
Bounce pass right side, back top of the key. Deep 3 here. Back of the rim, no good. That by Anderton.
Yeah, a little bit probably deeper than he would like, but you can tell what Mohawk's going to do. They're going to challenge with that zone. They're going to really extend the zone. It's 5 guards on 5 guards basically for the entirety of the night with this game. Everybody can shoot it. Everybody can drive to the lane. This is going to be fun. We're 40 seconds in. No points yet, but a couple of decent looks here in the early going.
Mohawk with the ball behind the arc is they work it down and around. They give it over to Nail. Nail gives it right back up. Over to Hopper. Give it over to Fadden. Fadden with the ball. Goes left side. Gives it back over to Hopper. They'll drive in. Get underneath the hoop. Up and good. Goes Hopper.
As Mason Hopper with the bucket. And I love the pump fake. Got 2 defenders up in the air, Tim, and got the bucket.
As they work it down inside. Now back up top. Lancers trail by 2. They work it in the corner. 3-point shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Mohawk as Fadden will bring it up here for the Warriors.
Yeah, but that's where the open spot's going to be, Tim, is in the corner against that 3-2 zone. If they can get the ball rotation to get those shots in the corner, that's what Neshannock will be looking for all night.
They get it down inside. Now bring it back up. Get it over to Rona. Rona looking for some help. He'll get the screen, and he'll put the 3 up, and good. Jay Rona adds another trade to his column.
29 now on the season. Again, one of the top 3-point shooters. You got a bunch of them. Actually, 5 of the top 10 in the county are on the court tonight in terms of 3-point shooters.
They kick it around the arc into the corner, and it will go off of Neshannock's Jake Wren, and it'll go over to Mohawk with 5:54 here to play first quarter.
You haven't mentioned it yet, Tim. Student section's in full force. Mohawk the blackout, Neshannock the whiteout to our right.
Hopper drives down the lane and lays it up, and no good. That's Mason Hopper.
Mason will go to the line for a pair of free throws. We alluded to it in the pregame. Mohawk shooting 72% from the line as a team. Neshannock 70% from the line. The big key, though, is the quantity, the number of times both teams are able to get to the charity stripe. And this being the first trip to the line for either team plays an advantage, I think, here for Mohawk. I think that's the way they want to play. You heard Coach talk about it. Get into the lane at will.
And a second shot by Mason is up and good. And a quick lead, 7-0 lead here for Mohawk as Neshannock with the ball as they get close to the timeline. They throw it into the corner. We're going to get a 3 try. Up and good. That 3 by Quat.
And that's the one if you're Mohawk. You can't leave Davy Quad alone. 32 threes on the year. Rona nearly with the answer from the volleyball line.
Ball's loose, picked up there by Fadden. He goes up strong. He'll pick up the foul. That's no good. But that will put Bobby Fadden at the line, shooting 2 here for Mohawk.
And you can see right there what Fadden can do. Usually it's driving to the lane. This time, crashing the offensive boards and hangs in the air, absorbs the contact to get to the line. That's just what he does, especially for a sophomore, so incredibly well.
He puts the first one up and in, makes it 8-3. 5:21 remaining here in the first quarter. Just underway here from Neshannock. Fadden looks and shoots, and back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Quat. They're going to give it over to Anderton. Back to Quat, to Anderton as he crosses the timeline. They'll work it up behind the arc.
And you hear the whole bench now calling out where Quad is out there in the corner, making sure the whole defense knows where to look.
They work it down inside. They're going to give it back up to the top. Throw left side to Anderton into the corner. 3 taken, back of the rim, no good. That 3 by Wren.
Got a great extra pass and a great possession there from Neshannock. Shot didn't fall, but that's a good possession for the Lancers.
Jay Rona with the ball here for Mohawk. Give it over. That's Keegan for 3. Shot no good. And going to get a whistle and a foul and a reach in there by Mason Hopper.
And Mason picking up his first, team's first. And you already saw LJ Keith, the first sub, checking in for Neshannock. So lots of, again, you're going to see probably at least 8, 9, maybe 10 deep on both sides is what you expect here tonight from the Lancers and the Warriors.
Anderton with the ball now, gives it up over to Bonner. Give it back to Anderton for a deep 3. Good.
Whoa, what a quick trigger there from Talon Anderton. You're going to have to be quick against this Mohawk defense to get those shots up in a hurry.
Fadden for 2. Good.
And miscommunication on the handoff. Fadden just had a little bit of real estate. Good job. Gets to the foul line. Easy elbow jumper.
Anderton with the ball, gives it up. Get into the forecourt. They'll work it around the arc. Bounce pass into the corner. 3 taken. Rattles it home was Wren.
So 3 threes from 3 different Lancers. Anderson, Quat, and Rind makes it a 1-point game. But again, there it is. The extra pass. The corners are your open spots here against this 3-2 Mohawk zone.
Fadden with the ball. Fadden dribble with the left hand. Passes it off to Keegan. Gives it to his brother Keegan. And that's good. Mason Keegan for 3.
Mason Hopper now with 7. What a great start. Keegan, the Mason. Beautiful trifecta. And you heard Coach talk about it. The Hopper bros have been hopping along, and a big reason why this team is doing so well. You focus too much on Rona, you focus too much on Fadden. Those two and Joey Neal will all be there to bite you.
Anderton gives it over to Bonner. Bonner drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, shot no good. Ball's loose. Anderton is going to be last touch by the Lancers, going out of bounds, goes it back to Mohawk with 3:13 here to play.
By the way, our men in stripes tonight, Rion Naismith, Rick Conrad, and Joe Nugent. Back-to-back nights for Mr. Naismith here in Neshannock. Saw him last night as the Lady Lancers went to 5-0 undefeated in section play.
And up and good for 3. Here's Jay Rona.
My Jay Rona, man, does he have a quick trigger too, and a couple shots that he's been willing to take all the way to the volleyball line.
Bonner with the ball. Dribbling with the left hand now, gives it over out to Anderton. Back top of the key. Bonner now gives it back from Anderton. Goes left side to Wren. Wren drives into the lane from the left side. He's going to pick up the foul as he takes the shot attempt. It's no good. But Jake Wren will go to the line shooting 2 here for the Lancers.
Foul's going to go against Keegan Hopper, so each Hopper now with a personal foul. But I like that there from Neshannock. The last 2 possessions, Tim, yeah, they got 3 threes to begin the game, but last 2 possessions getting into the lane, that's going to be crucial. Not only, again, getting to the foul line, but more importantly, trying to condense and make Mohawk have to keep their defense in the paint. It's going to open more opportunities there on the perimeter.
Wren's good on the first one, looking for the second one. And he puts it in. Wren now with 5. 2:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Only 2 personal fouls on each team here in the first quarter. So.
Yeah, a little different from last night. I think both teams hit the bonus in each of the first 3 quarters.
They work it over to Fadden. He finds his cutter down in the baseline. Shot taken, no good by Nail.
And then rough collision there. Ball just knocked out of bounds. Good sportsmanship, everybody coming up. Nothing egregious there. Anderson tried to draw the charge. I think a good no call just on the incidental contact. Kind of, the flop in the end. But then going for the rebound, you end up having Nail and one of the Neshannock players going for the rebound, basically land right on top of Anderson on the floor. Everybody seems to be all right. We're good to play. Mohawk was the last to touch it.
Anderson brings the ball up.
Keep your eye on Sopko, 34 for Neshannock, who just checked in. He's also shooting nearly 40% from downtown.
As Keith with the ball as he loses control of it.
Yep, dribbled on the end line there, Tim. Ran out of real estate. Great defense there by Hopper, using the baseline to your advantage as an extra defender, basically forcing him right into out-of-bounds territory.
Mason Hopper with the ball. He brings it up with the left hand. Goes to Fadden in the left corner. Rattles the rim, no good. Underneath was Nail for the rebound. Out to Rona for 3, good!
Rona was at midcourt before that ball hit inside the netting. He knew it was good immediately. And we have a whistle and I believe a foul on the rebound here, Tim. It is a foul against Mason Hopper for his second, but it is still a 3-pointer up and in, and we're going to have a Pontius Insurance timeout called here by Neshannock. We'll keep it right here with a 19-11 start to the game, but the red-hot hand of Jay Rona, 3 for 4 from downtown to start this game.
Yeah, he leads all scorers with 9, and then you have the 2 Hoppers, 1 with 5, that is Mason, and 2 for Keegan. And, of course, Bobby Fadden chipping in with 3 points himself here in the first quarter. And there's your 19 points for Mohawk as they're off to a good start here on the road as both these 2 teams come in tonight with 5-0 records in Section 1 and 3A in the Whipple. So on the court is Sopko, Anderson, Bonner, Keith, and Quat for Neshannock. For Mohawk, you have Hopper, Nail, Rona, Fadden, and Boston on the court. With the ball is Neshannock. Bonner with it, gives it up to Anderton. Anderton dribbles with the right hand. Gives it over to Sopko for a deep 3. Shot back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Hopper. Loses control. It's a fight for it. And they get a tie up? Yes. And it should stay with Neshannock.
Credit Sopko, though. He knew as soon as they left his hand, it was off the mark. And he's the one down there on the floor getting the held ball and maintaining possession here for Neshannock.
Throw it in from underneath the basket. Throw it up top. Give it over to Bonner. Bonner back to Quat. Give it over to Anderton. Throw it in the corner for Bonner for 3. Good. Anthony Bonner hits the scorebox with his tray.
That's the thing. Every field goal for Neshannock, though, has been a trifecta. Both teams are shooting 50% from beyond the arc, Tim, which is great. For Neshannock, though, they got to find a way to get a couple 2-pointers on the way as well.
Mohawk with the ball. Keegan Hopper gives it back up to Fadden. Fadden drives down the right side, and he's going to get hit with a charge. And this change of possession is brought to you by Moderna Bonner Law. Change of possession. Make sure you protect your possessions at ModernaBonnerLaw.com.
Yeah, good job to get the position down low. Maintain the position. the whole way through, and really nothing for Fadden to do. Good job. Good Euro step got around the first defender, but the second one just waiting for it.
Keith with the ball here for the Lancers. Give it over to Quat. Back to Keith. Keith dribbling with as Fadden Gardens. He drives down the right lane, takes it to the hole short. Picked up there by Mohawk as they bring the ball into the forecourt. Fadden with the ball, drives down to the baseline, spins, Euro steps in and good.
Again, the pump fake in the lane, Tim, getting not one but two defenders up in the air to get the bucket.
Down to 16 seconds to play here in the quarter. Anderton with the ball, 21-14 lead here for Mohawk. Give it up to Keith, down to 7 seconds, over to Quat. Quat drives down the lane, lays it up, high off the glass, no good, rebound by Bonner, got stripped away, and the clock will run out. We've played one here in Neshannock. Mohawk leads the Lancers 21-14. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
I'm Kevin Sapp. I'm president of the Mohawk Education Association. We are one of the sponsors for the Lawrence County SportsNet. We would like to take a moment to wish all of Lawrence County student athletes health and safety as they compete. In particular, we would like to wish luck to all of Mohawk student athletes as they represent our school with pride.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
8 minutes on the clock as we get ready to start the second quarter. Mohawk with the ball. Rono will bring it across the timeline. Gives it up top of the key to Fadden. He'll lose control, get it back. Get over to Nail. Bounce pass inside to Hopper. He'll go up strong. Up and good for Keegan Hopper. 23-14 lead here for Mohawk.
First points for Keegan on the evening.
Give it over to Quat. Back to Keith. Drives baseline. Puts it up off the glass. Good.
I think Coach Corey thinking the same thing I am, Tim. Need to do a little more getting the ball inside in the paint. LJ Keith getting his first bucket as a result.
Give it back up here as they work it around the perimeter. Hopper drives down the right lane. Stops, pops, shot. No good. Gets his own rebound. Brings it back out. Gives it up to Rona for a deep three. Back of the rim. No good. Keith fights for the rebound and gets it here for the Lancers. 7 minutes here to play before we reach halftime. Deep three here on the move by Anderton. It is up and good for his second tray.
On the move is a good way to put it, Tim. Man, a quick trigger.
Give it up to Fadden. Fadden will try to answer with a three. And he's going to miss it all to the right. And they'll give the ball back to the Lancers here with 6:37.
Man, the Lancer Lunatics are going to let them know about it. We got a white sock out here on the scoreboard. 23-19 your score. But again, it's the three-point shooting for Neshannock especially. 5 of 9 right now from downtown.
Bonner gives it back up. Gives over to Anderton. To Wren. Back out to Anderton. Anderton drives inside, loses control, gets the ball back, throws inside, finds Keith. Keith lays it up and in for two.
How about LJ Keith, a 6'1 senior coming off the bench tonight. Missed a good chunk of last year with an injury, Tim, but he's getting the dirty work done down low.
Deep three, back of the rim, no good there by Boston. They'll fight for it in the corner, and I'm going to say last off of the Lancers, it will stay with Mohawk.
Yeah, Mr. Naismith right in front of us saw that the whole way. No doubt about it that it was saved beautifully going into the Neshannock locker room. Couldn't tell who it was as we got a sea of white in front of us, but somebody made a great save to gain the extra possession here for Mohawk.
Keegan Hopper with the ball, top of the key, drives down the right side, takes it to the hole, And he's going to pick up the foul as we get the blocking foul on L.J. Keith.
Yeah, and that's the right call. L.J. Keith, good position at first, but he slid just at the last second to try to get a little better position to draw the charge, and Rick Conrad, the official, all over. Beautiful call as he slid in just too late.
So that will put Keegan at the line. He has 2 tonight, looking for 3 at the line. He rattles it, no good. So he'll look to split the pair with 5:52 remaining here in the second quarter. Keegan looks, aims, and shoots. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Bonner. Bonner will bring the ball in the forecourt. Bonner into the corner, now give it back up. Keith with the ball, drives down the lane on the right side, off the glass, no good. Rebound there by Nail. Gives it over to Hopper. Hopper finds Rona left side wing, shot 3, no good. Rebound there by the Lancers. Quad on the move. Quad down the lane. Quad off high up the glass, rattles it home.
Good transition bucket, long 3, long rebound. Quad running the floor. We got a tie game.
5:20 here to play in the second. Fadden gives it up to Rona. Rona gives it over to Mason. Mason, Hopper, deep 3, no good. Rebound by the Lancers in the corner. Anderton comes away with it.
And look out here, Tim. All of a sudden, the shooting going cold for Mohawk. They were 4 of 8 in the first half, or in the first quarter. I got them 0 of 5 here from downtown in the second quarter. And with that, Neshannock a 9-0 run.
Bonner gives it up into the corner to Keith for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound out to Anderton for 3. Back to the rim, no good. Rebound there by Hopper. Gives it out to Rona, throws underneath as he's seen a cutting Mason Hopper and left him just a little too long on that pass.
I mean, the quarterback, Jay Rona, looked like he was throwing it down between the linebacker and the safety. A beautiful, beautiful pass, but it just went through the hands. I'll tell you what, though, you want to talk about efficient play? I got 2 turnovers apiece for these 2 teams, even after that one, and a Ponchos Insurance timeout going to be taken here by Mohawk. Gives us a chance to remind you, coming up at the half, Tim, we will have our LGKG halftime show. Their law firm of Navy-rated attorneys and super lawyers. Let them guide you through the legal process, keeping promises for over 90 years. Also, we got to give a shout-out. The LCAP Team of the Month, we're looking at them right here. Neshannock started the year with a loss here on their home court against Mercyhurst Prep. Since then, 12 straight wins. But you got to say for sure, this is going to be the biggest challenge of the night. And we thank the hundreds who are watching online right now and the many more who are going to be watching the archive of this one. Tell you what, I'm going to give a shout-out to my man, Lucas Stanley, on the far side of the court. He was begging, and I mean begging, because their game got canceled tonight. He said, let me work for you. Let me work for you. I got to get into this game. I got to see this game. I'm glad you were able to get in, Lucas, because, again, not many seats available, if any, left at this point. Best seat in the house, though. We're glad you can be joining us with it here on LCSportsNet.com.
So the Lancers have the ball as they bring it up with 4:40 here to play in the second. We are tied at 23. Anderton with the ball. Dribbles down the right lane. Spins, throws it back out to Bonner. Bonner will drive down the lane, throw it back out to Quat. Quat drives inside, back to Bonner. Cross court, Rin for 3. Rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by Mohawk as J.J. Nail comes down with it, gives it over to Fadden. Fadden throws inside. They'll work it back out. Drive into the lane, shot by Mason, up and good.
Mason Hopper averages just shy of 7 points per game. He's got 9 here in the first half, Tim. Mohawk back in the lead.
With the ball is Anderton as he falls down, ran in the corner, drives down the baseline. Shot is up, no good. But Jake will head to the line, shooting 2 here for the Lancers with 3:49 here to play.
And again, getting into the lane. Rin's been kind of sitting in that corner, taking three-point attempts from out there, but he's had a couple of those baseline drives. As soon as you start to cheat too much on him, that's what he does, goes baseline. The last game they played, Davey Quat, under the weather, didn't play. Jake Rin stepped up, had a career-high 24 points in that one. Not sure you're going to see that type of number tonight from him, but you know that he can provide that scoring output.
And his second shot rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there by J.J. Nail. Gives it over to Fadden. And a little pressure in the backcourt there by Quat. And Rono now with the ball into the forecourt. Rona drives down the lane, has room, goes with the right hand, off the glass, good for two.
So quick to the lane, and so soft with the hands once he gets in there. Soft off the glass for his first deuce. He's your first in double figures right now, too, with 11.
With the ball is Anderton. Gives it over to Keith. Keith finds inside. It's Sopko's shot. No good. Rebound there by Nail.
Drive, draw, dish was one of our works in progress keys to the game. Beautifully done. I don't think Sopko was ready for it. It just came so quickly, almost out of nowhere, that pass.
Hopper gives it back up to Fadden. Fadden back to Hopper. Keegan for three. Shot no good. Rebound. Going to go out of bounds. And it will go over to the Lancers with 2:58 here to play.
Standing room only. Got photographers trying to find any room that they can. One of our videographers up in one of the stairwells. Something for your wall photography is here tonight. Make sure you check out all those captured images. We'll have plenty of them coming here your way.
Anderton with the ball as he brings it up. Gives it over to Keith. Keith with the ball, brings it back between the two circles on the left side. Keith looking to drive, now pulls it back out, gives it over to Quat. Quat back top of the key to Bonner. Bonner back to Quat. Quat drives in the lane, he'll stop and pop, and it's good.
Quad now with 7. May got away with a carry the way that dribble came up, but he did a good job not getting his hand on top of the ball as he drove in.
They find underneath is Boston, a lead there from Keegan. And it is 2 points there for Mohawk.
Yeah, nice pass down low to Boston and trying to answer. On the other end is Keith, absorbs the contact. Good no call, I think, of them there.
Nail with the rebound. Gives it back up. This is Keegan Hopper with the ball. As he drives down the right side, takes it to the hole, shot up and good. Hopper with 4. Anderton with the ball. Spins at the line, goes to the lane, takes the shot, no good, but he is going to get fouled. And the foul will happen on the court with 1:37 remaining here before half.
Yeah, I think a good call there being on the floor, Tim, as you could see a little shove. So now you got both Hoppers on the bench with 2 fouls.
Wren will throw it in, gives it to Keith, give it back to Wren. Wren stops his dribble, throws it up top, gives it to Anderton. Anderton with the ball. Back to Keith. Keith drives down the lane, throws it back out to Bonner. Bonner will take a shot. He'll go inside and have it blocked.
Beautiful block by Fadden. Beautiful block, all ball.
Give it over to Rona. Rona throws inside, and it's off Fadden. Fadden runs it down, throws inside, finds Nail. Nail off the glass for 2.
Beautiful cut to find J.J. Nail for the easy layup and a timeout call by Neshannock. Let's take a quick one here as well, Tim.
You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor the Neshannock boys basketball team as December's LCAP Team of the Month after their 10-1 start to the season. Congratulations, Coach John Corey and Neshannock boys basketball, our December LCAP Team of the Month. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
As we down to the last minute, 5 coming out of that Pontius Insurance timeout. Wren with the ball here for Neshannock. Gives it up to Anderton. Anderton top of the key, drives down, spins, takes the shot, no good. Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up there by Rona. As he'll bring the ball in the forecourt. We're down to 45 seconds here to play. Ball's loose, picked up there by Fadden. Fadden with the ball down to 40 seconds. Mohawk with the lead, 33-26. Give it back over to Rona. Rona with the ball, top of the key. Jay Rona Give it back up to Fadden. Down to 20 seconds here to play before halftime. Give it back to Rona. He's double teamed. Runs down inside. Stolen away by Quat on the errant pass. Quat takes it down the lane. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. But he's fouled in the act of shooting. And Davey Quat will go to the line shooting 2 with 7.7 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, first trip to the line here for Davey Quat tonight. Both teams with 6 attempts. I was expecting both teams to get to the line a little bit more here in this game, but I think that's also just a testament to how quality this defense has been, both teams.
Quat makes the first. Cuts the lead at 33-27. Quat's second shot hits the rim, rolls and bounces in. He now has 9.
Tim, you already had one of those here this year where the ball just stayed on top of the back of the rim there. I thought for a second we were going to get another one.
7.7 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The LGKG halftime show will be coming up here shortly. They get it in to Fadden. And we're going to reach in foul. And they'll take it out in front of us.
And that's just smart basketball. You bring in Gino Mazzocco, let him pick up a pointless foul as they still have many fouls to give.
And that is only the second foul on the Lancers here in the quarter. They get it to Fadden. He'll try a 3 on a runner move. Good. Ball will hit the ground, and that will end the quarter. We have played the first half here in Neshannock in front of standing room only. It is Mohawk leading the Lancers 33-28. We're going to take this time out. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
And welcome to our halftime show brought to you by LGKG. Your insurance company's not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbic, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. As we get here at halftime, as the Warriors lead the Lancers here, it's 33-28. Let's look at the first half scoring. Brought to you by Master Building Craftsmen, family owned and operated and general contractors for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience and design capabilities and creative process allows us to help any project and meet any challenge. That is GEM, Master Builders and Craftsmen. And when you look at just the quarter numbers coming into this halftime, Mohawk got out to the quick lead at the end of the first quarter, leading 21-14. But in the second quarter, Neshannock outscored Mohawk 14-12 to cut the lead here at halftime at 33-28. Looking first at scoring for Mohawk Warriors, it is Bobby Fadden with 5. Jay Rona with 11, including 3 trays. J.J. Nail with 2. Keegan Hopper with 4. Mason Hopper with 9. And Justin Boston chipping in with 2. For Neshannock, we got Anthony Bonner with 3 on a tray. Davey Quat leading all scorers here for the Lancers with 9. Jake Wren with 6. LJ Keith with 4. And Anderton coming in with 6 points on 2 trays. And playing and not scoring in the first half was Sopko.
Same with Allison, who started the game.
Right.
So we've seen 8 players in the game for Neshannock. I think we've seen just 6, maybe 7 out there on the court for Mohawk. And I like how they're right back out on the court, because look at the first quarter numbers again, Tim. 4 of 8 from downtown from Mohawk. In the second quarter, 0 of 6. So 4 of 14 overall from downtown for Mohawk. Neshannock on the other side, yeah, they cooled down after 4 of 8 in the first quarter as well. They finished the first half going 5 for 12 from downtown. So both shooting at about what their normal percentage is. And both, again, getting the shots at the line about the same extent. Mohawk, though, they're only 3 of 6 from the line, where Neshannock right now 5 of 6, but still the main part that matters, the 5-point advantage at the halftime break here for Mohawk on the road.
All right, let's take another timeout. We'll get back. We'll get you ready for second half of tonight's ball game here from Neshannock as Mohawk leads the Lancers 33-28. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
You're looking for quality concrete services? Contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
That was awesome.
Time show has been brought to you by LGKG. Let the law firm of AV rated attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years.
Tim, let's take a look at how our teams have made progress on those works in progress keys to the game. And give a shout out to our friends at Works in Progress, now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial properties. A lot of the D words here: drive, draw, dish from Mohawk. We've seen a lot more of that here in the second quarter for the Warriors, but they haven't gotten into the to the foul line and haven't been able to get the outside shots to go. The double trouble, a couple of Ronas, we haven't seen Drew out there, a couple of nails, we haven't seen Joey out there much, but the Hopper brothers have been the ones that have been the big key, especially Mason leading the way. Love seeing him. And get to the line. Again, neither team has done it as much as we would have liked. 3 of 6 from the line for the Warriors. Again, I think that's a big part by the defense of both teams, and that was one of the Neshannock's keys. They got the top defense in 3A, number 2 in all of WPIAL, holding this team to 33 in the first half. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but in all reality, it actually is a pretty good performance in the first half. And the depth and that 20-20, double 20-20 vision, 4 different players that have scored 20-plus in a game yet this year. That shows the balance of this Lancer team. No one's going to get to that big, astonishing number individually tonight, but I think that's what it's going to take for Neshannock to win, is they're going to need to have 3 or 4 guys, maybe not all the way to 20, but getting up into that 13-14 range by the time this game is over.
And looking at the Class 3A ratings from the Trib Live, it is Deer Lake coming in at number 1 with a 10-2 record. Neshannock at 12-1 coming in at number 2. Seton LaSalle coming in at 10-3. Burrell at 9-4 coming in at number 4. And Washington at 8-5, not rated previously, coming in at number 5. And falling out of the top 5 is Olish, who was previously at number 5.
And Mohawk started the year in those trip rankings up near the top, but because of those losses, again, they're losses to top tier teams in 4, 5, 6A. You understand, because a lot of these teams that have gone unblemished in the first half. Yeah, look, I get it. Trust me. But in the end, this is still a top 5 team for sure. Mohawk is, and we're anxious to see what they're going to do the rest of this year. We're anxious to see what both these teams do here in the second half as teams switch sides, and Neshannock will get the first possession.
All right, 8 minutes on the clock as we start the third quarter. Anderton with the ball here for the Lancers. He'll give it up to Wren. Working in the corner to Keith, throw underneath. Find Bonner. Bonner goes up strong. He is acting. He'll go to the line shooting 2.
A lot of ball there, but when you come down with your hands like that, almost a guaranteed foul is going to be called, as J.J. Nail's going to pick up his second. Foul trouble-wise, him, Hopper, and Hopper with 2 each. And I don't have anybody with 2 fouls on the Neshannock side, Tim, unless I missed somebody.
And the first shot is going to roll in there for Bonner. Makes this a 4-point game.
Bonner, one of the top free throw shooters in the county, coming in 84% from the line.
And his second shot is up and good. And makes it a 3-point game with 7:48 here to play in the third quarter.
And first time we've seen a little full court pressure from Neshannock, just to try to slow the pace a little bit, Ashley, using the pressure to slow the pace.
Mason Hopper with the ball. Stops his dribble. Throws it up top, gives it to Nail. Bounce past to Rona, drives left side. Throws it into the corner. It is Keegan Hopper with the ball. Stops, looking for some help, goes underneath, up and in. There for Keegan.
Just kept the pivot foot, pump, switch, move, turn around again, barely avoiding a 3 in the key in the process, but able to get the good position to do so. And Anderton, the left-hand answer, misses everything.
And he'll turn over that missed shot back to Mohawk with their 5-point lead. They'll throw it in. Get it into Nail, over to Rona. Jay Rona with the ball. Gives it back out. That is Mason Hopper with the ball. Dribbling with the left hand. Ball going to be thrown back out into the corner. 3 taken. Back of the rim, no good. Watt with the rebound out to Bonner. Bonner brings it across the timeline. Hands it up to Keith. Keith drives down baseline. Going to throw it back out to Bonner. Drives into the lane, right side, off the glass. Good for 2.
Bonner was stationed in the corner, Tim. If he stays in the corner, there's nowhere for Keith to be able to outlet it back out. He finds the open lane for the pass, and then the open lane to the hoop.
And it's Hopper for 3. Shot no good. Rebound there by Anderton. Anderton outlets it to Quat. Quat stops and pops for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Wren. Wren gets it up and in. Wren with 8. 1 point game. Mohawk with the ball. Fadden between the two circles. Gives it over to Hopper. Back to Keegan. As the bounce pass goes down inside. That is Mason Hopper. Shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Anderton. Gives it out to Bonner. Bonner on the right wing. Throws it in the corner to Wren. He'll take the 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Anderton. Out to Quat. To Keith. Top of the key. He'll back it out.
Lansing Lunatics ready to explode if that one had fallen with the shot from Wren right in front of him.
Wren drives into the lane. He's going to reverse shot. Take it up and no good. But as he made that move to the hoop, he is fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting 2 here for the Lancers.
I love that drive. Persistent drive, just absorbing the contact from Hopper and drawing the 3rd foul against Keegan.
So Wren's first shot will tie this ball game up.
Try to get you some other scores real quick. Shenango Aliquippa, girls-boys doubleheader tonight. Laurel is hosting Northgate. Elwood City at Riverside. Newcastle at Seneca Valley. Wilmington hosting Greenville are the games here tonight across the county. And the Union girls, by the way, play tonight as well. They were victorious over Avella 52-20.
Wren now with 10 points here for the Lancers. And a 1-point lead here for Neshannock. Mohawk with the ball. Give it over to Fadden. Fadden guarded by Barner. Fadden dribbling into the arc. He'll take it, and it's going to be blocked, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, clean up high, but a lot of body down low is why you're going to get that foul. And Neshannock, that's their first lead of the game. Bobby Fadden going to the line, though. How long will this lead last? By the way, that scoring update brought to you by our friends at Washington Center, at Newcastle Transit Authority, the going your way out-of-town scoreboard.
And the first shot is up and good to tie this game up again. Fadden with 6. Excuse me, 6. He looks and shoots, puts it in. Anderton with the ball, and it brings them in the forecourt. Trailing by 1 is the Lancers. Give it up to Bonner. Bonner drives right lane. Pulls it back out. Gives it over to Wren. Behind the arc. Wren into the corner. Wren down inside the lane. Throws it back out for Bonner. Bonner down into the corner. He'll stop his dribble. Throw it back out. It's Quat, but he overshoots him, and he'll go right into the back. Over and back. And they'll give the ball back to Mohawk with 4:48 here to play.
Tim, I'll never say my numbers are official, but I got 3 turnovers. That's it for each of these teams.
Yeah, there hasn't been many. No, I think you're pretty close.
That is absolutely incredible. And
it is. It tells you just the quality of play we're seeing here
absolutely.
tonight.
And it's not that the defense is bad, because it's complete opposite.
Fadden on a fadeaway. Shot no good. Rebound there by Wren. As they bring the ball in the forecourt. Keith with it. Top of the key to Quat for a deep 3. Good.
Miscommunication. You can't leave Davey Quat open like that. They ended up having 2 guys covering 1 Lancer defender, and you leave the sharpshooter, 40% for 3-point shooter, and Davey Quat wide open at the top of the key.
Quat now with 12. Rona with the ball. Bounce pass top of the key. Now give it back out to Nail. Rona for 3. He's going to answer.
Big answer. Mohawk was 0 for 9 in the second and third quarters, Tim, until Rona gives them the lead right back. His 4th of the night.
So back and forth we go. Bonner with the ball. Give it over to Wren. Wren looks to drive into the lane. He spins. He stops. Gets his boat up the air and shot no good as they reach in. And we're going to get a quick foul. I believe they're going to get this on, it looks like.
Wren,
yes.
His first. Dante Ritor, first time we've seen him playing quality minutes throughout the course of the year. Coming in now in the third quarter for his first time tonight and gets a strong rebound.
So Hopper with the ball. That is Mason with it as he crosses the timeline. They give it back out to Rona. Rona top of the key, guarded there by Quat. Over to Retort as they give it back out to Hopper. To Nail. Over to Fadden. Fadden with the ball. Gives it back to Retort. They work it behind the arc here. Rona with the ball. Rona's going to drive into the lane now, pulls it back out. Throw to the corner. 3 taken by Hopper. No good. Rebound there by Bonner. Out to Anderton and intercepted there by Rona. Rona now from the 3 from the corner. Good. Jay Rona give and go. Gets the 3. Now it's 17.
How about that? The steal, get back in, find your spot in the corner. His 5th 3 of the night. There's a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination.
And Ren's 3's no good. Rebound is on the ground. Picked up there by Retort. Bounce pass inside to Hopper. Hopper takes a shot. No good. Mason gets his own rebound. Gets the ball off the ground. And we're going to whistle and a foul underneath.
Woo, and the O's and the ahs because as the ball got held up, the ball actually ran up and hit Rick Conrad, the referee, right in the face. But watch this LCAP instant replay. The steal, get down the court in a hurry. Nothing but net. J. Michael Rona.
And that is Anthony Bonner's 2nd personal.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
As they grid the ball in, give it back at the Fadden. Rona will take control between the 2 circles. Goes left side to Retort. Give it back out to Nail. Work it back out to Rona for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Sopko. As he gives it out to Anderton. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Rowdy Warriors on the far side of the court were about to explode had that one fallen.
Give it out to Keith. Keith backs it off behind the arc.
Yeah, well defended there by Fadden. Didn't budge, didn't bite on the pump fake.
He'll work down the right lane, gets his opponent off, and that is a foul on Fadden.
And right as I say that, Tim, he didn't bite on the pump fake, but then LJ Keith drives in, and that time he did bite on the pump fake for his 2nd foul.
So Keith will be at the line shooting 2. Keith with 4 tonight. First the first one, back of the rim, bounces away, no good. 43-39 lead here for Mohawk.
We're going to see Drew Rona, the freshman, check in for the first time.
There's that double threat we've been talking about, finally showing up besides the Hoppers.
Yeah, Drew and Jay Rona. You got JJ and Joey Nail, Mason and Keegan Hopper, those 2 twins. And a fun part of this, too, how many of these, not only on the football team, but also on the baseball team that's been so successful the last 3 or 4 years. It's been fun to watch them all.
So Keith splits the pair, and it's a 3-point lead here for Mohawk. They work it up. Give it over to Mason. So he gives it back out. Mason looks, passes up a 3 opportunity. He'll drive down with the left hand, throw it into the corner. They'll give it back out to Rona. Rona drives with the left hand, takes it to the hole, shot no good. Rebound there by Anderton, out to Keith. Keith gives it back up to Sopko, has a lane, takes it to the hole, off the glass for 2.
On the handoff, both went with the guy handing the ball off, not the one who ended up getting the easy lay-in. Sopko's first points off the bench.
Mason Hopper gives the ball in the forecourt, hands it off to Rona, spins into the lane, takes it to the hole, shot no good, but he is fouled.
This will be the first trip to the line for Jay Rona tonight, leading all scorers with 19 points. Take a look at this again. They'll hand off from Keith, but then both stay with Keith. They didn't communicate well enough defensively there for that switch, and Sopko takes advantage.
Rona at the line. He'll shoot and put the first one in.
How about our tech team tonight here, Tim? Gotta give a shout out to Aaron Vigiano, Josh Toman, running the cameras, of course. Darren Heberlin on the floor, Jacob Walzer. Up there, Rob Natel, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Without a doubt. And he'll miss the back end of 2 there. 44-42 lead. The ball's going to be tipped away, picked up there by Hopper. Hopper brings it across the timeline. Anderton on the defense. Handed it to Rona. Rona throws cross court. Retort. Gives it back out to Mason Hopper. Hopper gives it back up to Fadden.
We'll see if
25
Mohawk,
seconds.
Are they content, with 25 left to go, to just try to settle for the final shot of the quarter.
Give it back to Rona, down to 17 seconds. Fad to Hopper, 10 seconds. Ball almost knocked away, but picked up there by Fadden. Fadden drives into the lane, takes the shot, gets to pick up the foul and the point.
So it was almost disaster for Mohawk, but Fadden able to track it down at midcourt, get in there, and get the and one opportunity. Another one that you're going to mark down as a potential Maley Chiropractic play in the game nomination. Yowza.
So Bobby Fadden looking to complete the three-point play. If he does, he'll have in the double digits here tonight with 10. And he's successful. And it's a 5-point Mohawk lead. Get it into Anderton. He's going to get the shot off, and it's going to miss to the right side. We've played 3 quarters of a basketball game here in Neshannock between these two 5-0 Section 1 teams. Mohawk leads 47-42. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
8 minutes on the clock as we enter the fourth quarter. A 47-42 lead here for Mohawk. The same 5-point lead they had coming out of halftime.
And largest lead of the night, Mohawk has been by 8. Neshannock's largest lead a couple of times just by a single point. They had a 2-point lead actually after a Davy Quat 3, but it was answered immediately with one of Jay Rona's 5 threes on the evening. And he'll start the fourth quarter here with the ball for the Warriors.
They're working behind the arc. Bounce pass inside to Hopper. That is Keegan. Goes up strong. No good. Rebound there by Anderton.
How about Anderton? He's the leading rebounder for this Neshannock Lancer team. 6 rebounds per game.
Sopko for 3. Rattles the rim. No good. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Bonner. Gives it back out to Anderton for 3. Good.
Second chance efforts. And Talon Anderton, his 3rd 3 of the night.
With the ball is Fadden. That is Hopper. Keegan Hopper goes in for 2.
Yeah, Keegan Hopper. Now 1 bucket in each quarter, basically, Tim.
Yeah, 8 points for tonight. As they bring the ball up.
That's what he does, though, kind of the quiet points. He averages just shy of 10 a game, but he does it like that. Just when you're thinking about somebody else, all of a sudden he's the one who gets the job done.
They throw inside. That's Wren. Shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Nail.
Great backdoor cut. Great find from Sopko. Just could not get it to fall.
Give it out to Keegan. Keegan Hopper with the ball. Gives it back out. And bounce pass to Rona. Rona drives inside. He'll find Hopper. Shot taken, no good. That is Mason.
Yeah, he didn't know whether to put it off the backboard or he was kind of at a tough angle, put it off the rim. How about this? A pickpocket.
Rona off the glass. Good for 2.
Another steal and score for Jay Rona. Second time he's done that tonight, Tim. It's the Jay Rona show right now.
Rona now with 20. Get the ball over to Bonner. Back out to Quat. Working down into the corner to Bonner. Down on the baseline to Quat. Quat throws cross court. They're going to get it to Wren for a 3. Good. Jake Wren with 13. Another 3 taken this time for Mohawk. No good. Rebound there by Anderton. He brings it up. He's going to stop and pop for 3. Back of the rim. No good. Keegan with the rebound out to Mason. Mason down the line, tries to lay it back up for Rona, can't handle it. Ball's going to slip out of bounds, and they'll give the ball back to the Lancers with 5:37 here to play in the fourth. 3-point game, 51-48. We got Rin Anderton, Keith, Quat, and Sopko on the court here for the Lancers. Anderton with the ball. Guarded there by Rona. Works down inside the lane. He gets his man up. He takes the shot, no good. Ball battered around and found in the corner there by Keegan Hopper. He brings the ball in the forecourt. Hopper underneath, scoop, off the glass, good for two.
Do it.
Keegan Hopper now with 10. Give the ball outside to Rin. 5 minutes here to play. Give it back up to Keith. Keith with the ball. Keith top of the lane. Going to drive inside. Now throw it back out. Give it to Sopko. Sopko stops his dribble, gives it back out to Anderton. Anderton in the corner to Rin. Down the left baseline. Got a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a little check foul here. They're going to get that one on Fadden. That is his third. That is only the first team foul here in the fourth quarter. Ball's going to be loose. It's going to be run down and saved by Quat. Off the hand of Anderton into the hand of Sopko. Sopko, and we're going to get a timeout. Nice timeout here for the Neshannock Lancers. 53-48, 4:39 here to play in the fourth. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Congratulations to our LGKG Athletes of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor Kelly Cleaver of Union Girls Basketball and Joseph Roth of Elwood City Boys Basketball as December's LGKG Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Congratulations and best of luck, Kelly Cleaver and Joseph Roth, your LGKG Athletes of the Month, brought to you by the Red Zone.
.439 here to play in the quarter. The Lancers throw it into the backcourt, give it to Anderton. Anderton goes left side, gets it to Bonner. Bonner back to Rin, top of the key. Rin with the ball. Rin inside the arc, loses control of the ball. It's on the ground, picked up there by Rona. Bounce pass into the corner, lost again. Fadden's trying to hold it. We're going to get a whistle, and what we get a call here?
So they have
timeout. Timeout's going to be given to Mohawk.
Neshannock can't believe it, and I understand it because it looked like no one had possession. But what was going on the entire time? You're seeing Coach O'Leary from the Mohawk bench screaming timeout, 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 just hoping that there's one split-second moment that you're going to see Mohawk with possession, and that's exactly what happened. That's great officiating. I know Coach Corey's going to plead his case, and I understand what he's saying completely. 377 games, he knows exactly what's going on. The issue is he's not going to get – all that matters is just one split second worth of time that you're finding ball and a timeout being called, and that's exactly what Mohawk did. They still have a couple of timeouts remaining, 3 remaining actually for Mohawk.
So we got Nail, Boston, Hopper. That is Mason Hopper.
We haven't fun yet, Tim.
And and Rona on the court here for Mohawk. Had to run them all down. 4:20 here to play. Mason Hopper, Jay Rona, Bobby Fadden, J.J. Nail, and Justin Boston on the court here for Mohawk. with the ball is Fadden. Gives it over. Give it back up to Rona. Rona gives it right back up to Nail. To Boston. Throw down in the base. Give it to Rona. Back out. We're going to get a 3 try by Fadden. Shot no good. Tipped in the air. Brought down by Keith. Outlets it to Rin. Rin down into the base. Loses control. Picked up there by Mohawk. Nail came away with it. Gives it over to Rona. Rona back to Fadden. Fadden drives into the lane. He's uncontested. Takes it to the hole. Good for 2.
Go back to the play on the other end where Rona gets the steal. Rin's trying to back his way in, feeling up for Rona, and Rona just keeps backing up with him. Rin expecting the contact, never gets it, basically falls flat on his bottom, and that's how Rona gets the steal.
And Anderton takes it left side with the left hand and in for 2.
Now Anderton in double figures.
They work it back out. The bounce pass inside. Now back out. Fadden gives it over to Rona.
Boston was open in the corner, but they elect to go the other direction.
Give it back up. Boston gives it over to Fadden, top of the key.
How slick was that pump fake there from Fadden? I thought he was going to pull up, and instead it was a between-the-legs dribble out of nowhere.
Give it over to Boston. Into the corner. Goes Rona. Drives baseline. Off the glass. Good for 2. Rona now with 22.
And again, the quick first step from Jay Rona.
3 try by Anderton. Rides the rim. No good. Bonner comes up the ball. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. Picked up on the ground by Quat. He'll do a runner. Shot no good. Rebound there by Nail.
And now time becoming the enemy, and Neshannock wisely takes a foul there. That's their first. Still a few to give before they're going to get into the bonus.
Yeah, that's only, I believe, the second foul, team foul here. Or maybe that's only the first. Let's see what the scoreboard. That is only the first here. And both teams with only 1 here with the reset fouls each quarter.
Now
here's got a long way to go.
The issue too, Tim, exactly. We talked about it earlier. How good a free throw shooting team both of these squads are. Mohawk shoots as a team 72%. You don't want to really put them on the line either, but you're going to have to think about it here pretty soon because time's going to quickly become the enemy.
Runner with the ball, down to 2:25. 7-point lead here for the Warriors. Both teams 5-0 in section play. They work it down top of the post. They'll bring it back up. Back out to Rona. Rona down underneath for a backdoor play. Gonna get it out. Find underneath is Hopper. Take the shot up and good. Mason Hopper.
Keegan to Nail to Mason. What a beautiful, and it all started with the over-the-top pass as well. Beautiful play. Largest lead of the night for Mohawk.
They get it into the corner for a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Fadden with the rebound. Down a minute 45 here to play. A 59-50 lead here for the Warriors.
We talked about the shooting drought that Mohawk had in the middle quarters. Now it's for Neshannock. Bonner's going to commit the foul here. I think it's about time. You're going to have to try to slow this game down and hope that the Warriors can do what they haven't done much of, which is miss free throws over the course of this year.
And that is Bonner's 3rd, team 2nd. Mason Hopper will throw it in here for Mohawk. Throw in the backcourt, get it to Fadden. Bounce pass right side to Rona. He's trapped, and a timeout taken here by Mohawk.
Let's
take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
93 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. A 9-point lead here for the Mohawk Warriors.
Hey, while we have a moment, we've got to give a big shout out to WPIAL champion, the Neshannock Lancer Competitive Spirit Squad. We saw them on the court earlier here during one of the timeouts. Best of luck as they're going to be traveling out to Hershey here coming up in a couple of weeks, trying to make it a 3-peat state championship for Class 2A's large squad division. We got a chance. Our crew was down there doing the WPIAL Championships for the Competitive Spirit Championships. A lot of fun being able to do that here this year. They're cheering on their Lancers, but they got to cheer a bit bigger because they have a 9-point deficit, the largest of the evening that Neshannock has faced.
Bounce pass in the backcourt here to Rona. Throw it in the forecourt. They got a cut underneath, and as Mason can't handle it, the ball's going to be picked up in the corner by the Lancers. Wren brings it into the forecourt. Throw across court, ball's loose, and we're going to whistle and a foul, and this one is going to go against Sopko.
How about this, Tim? That's the first turnover for Mohawk since the second quarter. But the thing is, they got it right back. And then Shannon did exactly what they should do. Try to trap, try to get a turnover. As soon as you get across half court, then you're going to look to foul. They end up getting the benefit of the turnover going off the knee of Hopper, but I think that's what you're going to have to try to do again here. Trap right here, but as soon as you get across half court, you can't get the trap. Now you got to put him on the line.
They got to look outside. That is Rona. He'll fake the three.
Yeah,
down to 6. I know he was only looking.
Yeah, he's not shooting that one. Not with. He's been doing this way too long. The four-sport athlete. And here's what's crazy. I remember talking with our colleague, Mr. Eric Thomas, before one of the football games that we did, and asked about what was his best sport, Tim. Remember when we said baseball and that you know, football is probably his third best sport? And he looked at us and laughed. He said, all right, whatever. Tell me the truth. I mean.
Take your pick.
I mean.
Pull a sport out of a hat, and he's going to be a all-section type player.
Yeah, state qualifier. He was hitting over 800 midway through the season last year.
What a golfer that he is, too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
I mean, he'll probably tell you that's probably his fourth.
And the first shot is up and good. He's headed to Youngstown State to play baseball.
That's right. By the way, here's our Castle Asphalt bonus free throws we've been looking for, Tim. Castle Asphalt, they know the importance of a good first impression. Well, guess what? Mohawks put that on tonight. And then some. 24 for Jay Rona. He averages 12 per game. He's the 1,000-point scorer for a reason, and he came out to play tonight.
Anderson is going to get fouled by Rona with 52 seconds remaining.
Hey, while we have a moment, we're going to have another episode coming up of the podcast delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. We'll get that at the end of this week. Make sure you give a call for delivery of your bottled water services. Thanks to Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Everything from the 16-ounce bottles all the way to 5-gallon jugs right to your door.
They're going to get it in. Top of the key. Gets it to Bonner. They'll work it down in the corner. Time's an issue as the runner there by Wren's no good. Rebound there by Mohawk. And Rona's going to get fouled. He'll make the trip down the other end to take 2 shots with 43.4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And the Warrior fans beginning to feel it right now, Tim, because it is a 10-2 run to really put this one out of reach.
Yeah.
Mohawk essentially led throughout. There were 4 lead changes back and forth in about a 70-second span midway through that third quarter. But Mohawk has essentially led throughout this one. And again, what more can you say? We talked about in the pregame how Bobby Fadden has been the main scorer of this team. Rough night. I mean, he's one of the top 3-point shooters in the county. 5th in the county, actually, right now. In threes, didn't make one tonight. 0 of 5. Hey, that's why you got the 1,000-point score as your second quote-unquote option.
Yeah. As they drive in with Keith. Keith lays it up short, no good. Rebound there by Nail. Give it over to Rona, down to 32 seconds. And Jay Rona's fouled again, and he'll take the trip back down to shoot 2 more. Jay Rona with 25 points here tonight. What has he got, 5 threes?
5 for 11 from downtown. Hint, hint. He's getting the shirt.
Probably. Yeah, you know.
I'll be honest.
He has to do well here at the line.
I'll be honest. The question is, which one?
Yeah, I know. And the shot is up. And good. Jay Rona. Bobby Fadden. J.J. Nail. Mason Hopper. And the second shot is up and good. Keegan Hopper all on the court here for Mohawk as they're ready to go to 6-0 in the section. Anderton takes it to the hole, puts it up and in for 2. He has 14 tonight. The ball's loose, picked up there by, and Hopper will be fouled.
Story of this game, Tim, is going to be that 13-2 run here in the fourth quarter. Mohawk just weathering the storm here down the stretch, and we're going to have a full timeout taken by Mohawk. Let's take another quick one here as well on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
And down to 14 seconds left. Mohawk gets the ball inbound, gets it up from Hopper to Hopper. Bring it up with Fadden. Fadden will try to dribble it out, give it over to Rona. Rona's guarded tightly, and he'll just hang on to the ball. We're down to 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we have got triple drills on the scoreboard, and a 64-52 victory here tonight for the Mohawk Warriors, as they had a dominant fourth quarter to lead tonight's action to come away with the 64-52 win. And we didn't have a newbie of the game because we didn't have any newbies in the game. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Health in Motion. Your next generation physical therapy is here. Health in Motion. It's the only PT clinic in Lawrence County to use newbie stimulator technology. Get better, fast, healthier with Health in Motion. Reduce your time on the sidelines by up to 70%. Visit Health in Motion in Newcastle on Facebook for more information. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll start our Tri-County Principals post-game show. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Welcome to your Tri-County Principal post-game show. As tonight we've seen The Mohawk Warriors advanced to 6-0 in section play with a 64-52 victory on the road here in Neshannock as they move to 6-0 in the section as Neshannock falls to 5-1 in a great game, solved by a sold-out crowd here basically tonight, standing room only, as they basically couldn't let anybody else left in the building at the time this thing got tipped off. But we've seen a great game here, led by Jay Rona with 27 points and a masterful job. We talked about him coming into the game as playing second fiddle, number 2 to Fadden. Well, they switch positions here tonight.
Yeah.
As actually you see with over 20 points in Rona and a 12-point game from Fadden.
Yeah, exactly. Rona came in averaging 12 a game. That's what Fadden got tonight. Fadden came in averaging 22 a game. Rona, he bumps up on that with 27, nearly the career high. His career high is 28. He came to play tonight, and no surprise whatsoever. And here's the thing, Tim. It's not just the scoring. It's not just a three-point shooting. He's the floor general. He had probably 4 or 5 assists easily. How many steal-and scores did he have?
Yeah.
He had 2 steal-and scores himself alone, a couple other the pickpockets there. And that was, I think, a big part of that fourth quarter. 4 turnovers forced in the fourth quarter by Mohawk's defense. They only committed 4 all night. And I think that ends up being one of the biggest factors in why this game ended up the way it was in the end.
Another big turning point in tonight's ball game was when he had the loose ball down here at the other end of the court, and both teams trying to get control of it. And then you had Mohawk getting the timeout when they had possession just for a split second, but had possession, was able to get that timeout. And coming out of that timeout, they had a big run.
11-4 was the score the rest of the way, Tim. You're exactly right. And, that's a big portion of it right there. Right before the timeout, they hit a 2-point bucket. So when you include that, really finishing the game on a 13-4 run in favor of the Warriors. And, you heard Coach O'Leary say it in the pregame, Tim. They amped up this schedule to start the year. They didn't have that as much last year, and they feel that hurt them down the stretch. They lost 5 of their last 6 games of the year a year ago. Not this year, not when they got themselves set up for success. And they only lost 1 senior from last year. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. They returned a majority of their squad here with this year's team, and rightfully so. They're a team to be reckoned with, and, I know that on paper it's an upset. It's a road win. Neshannock was in the top 5 in the Trib rankings with the only 1 loss on the year. This loss breaking a 10 or 12-game winning streak. But this Mohawk team is legit. And Don Rebel, I know you're listening and watching right now. Take note of this Mohawk team, because they are a team that you are going to be hearing about for sure in the second half of the season.
As you mentioned, really used the non-section play to get battle ready for a big run, and we're seeing that materialize here tonight. And a 64-52 win on the road in Neshannock to move to 6-0 in the section. We have a couple awards to give away, and the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award will be given to Keegan Hopper on a play that his brother was involved in. They went back and forth on a nice move down court as Keegan finished it with a nice play for 2.
Yeah, it was about 2 minutes left to go in the game, Tim. It was a pass over the top. It went to a Mason first. Mason found the cutter in J.J. Nail, who gave the nice pass to Keegan to finish it off right when Neshannock was in the moment of, we need to start amping up the pressure. And that right there was an early dagger with about 2 minutes left. Made the lead up to a 9, the largest it had been all game. So I think, the whole trio will get credit for it, but we'll give Keegan the shirt for finishing it off.
So the Maley Chiropractic is proud to present tonight's Play of the Game Award to Keegan Hopper of Mohawk. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Keegan tonight for tonight's Play of the Game, and he will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Standout platform and Twitter and Instagram, or if you want to call it X, you may. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and a full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again to Keegan Hopper of Mohawk. Tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Well, we kept the suspense up there. because, in all honesty, I got to give a shout-out to Jay Rona's first steal and score. He saved it going out of bounds and then got the bucket down at the other end, a three-pointer, one of his 5 on the night. That was easily a contention for a Maley Chiropractic play of the game as well. But his overall play tonight is what earns him another he's going to have a full closet just from this year alone, what a senior year it has been. But he's going to be our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Congratulations, Jay Rona of Mohawk. He also will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's MVP of the game. You can view that full updated list of this year's game MVPs going to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations again, Jay Michael Rona of Mohawk Warriors basketball. Tonight's MVP of the game, MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
All right, well, got to give it up to these two schools for putting on an entertaining game here tonight, as Mohawk will travel to Shenango on the 19th to take on the Tigers, and Neshannock will take on Freedom right here in Neshannock in their next ball game, as Neshannock falls to 12-2 on the season, while they fall to 5-1 for their first defeat in section play here tonight to Mohawk. Mohawk improves overall to 9-6 and keeps the 0 intact in section play, as they now move to 6-0 in Section 1 and 3A.
Real quick, we missed our Creative Edge scoring recap officially there, Tim. Let me grab that here for you. Jay Rona, 27 total points, 5 of 11 from downtown. Bobby Fadden with 12 points, all from 2s in the free throw line. No 3s tonight for Fadden, one of the top scorers from downtown in the county. 10 for Keegan Hopper, 9 for Mason Hopper, 2 each for J.J. Nail and Justin Boston. On the other side, Talon Anderton and Jake Ridden each leading away 13 points apiece. Davey Quat with 12, Anthony Bonner with 7, L.J. Keith with 5, Michael Sopko with 2. There's your Creative Edge scoring recap. Want to get that one in there for sure. Score by quarter, I think that's big.
Yep.
21-14 in the first quarter, 17-10 in the fourth quarter. Mohawk winning the first and the fourth by 7 points each. And you know what? That's kind of fitting. Make up for the with some touchdown deficits after suffering the tough football loss here at Bob Legge Stadium at the end of the year. I have a feeling that was kind of in the back of their minds, especially Jay Rona coming back out and really taking care of business on the hardwood here tonight.
No question about it, as he led all scorers with 27 points here tonight, as we come to final here of our Tri-County Principals postgame show. Once again, our final score was Mohawk 64, Neshannock 52. For James Dodson and the crew here at LC SportsNet, thanks for everybody for doing what they do. I'm Tim Continenza, wishing you all a wonderful good evening.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.